What's up, everybody? It's Detevitz back again with another installment of Star Wars The Old Republic. We're going to go ahead and continue with Farsear today, but today's the last day of my vacation. I go back to my normal job tomorrow. I may do one or two other videos today with two of my Sith characters. Or my Sith Empire characters. I need to actually do some stuff with my guild, so that way I don't get, just to keep active in the guild. So I may do one or two things with Kaliala and Alcindra as well. But we're going to go ahead and get started off with Farsear. We're still on Tython. I know we just helped out the Twi'lek village last time, and I dropped the droid back with one of the Jedi Masters. I think Master Orgus, I think is his name. But I can't quite remember what the next steps were. So yeah, I'm in the dark just as much as you guys are with this. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Oh, that's right. Okay, we were going to the enemy, or the enemy force quest, the explore the ancient shrine. So okay, that's back down by the main Jedi temple, I think. So we can go ahead and hop on a taxi.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only. Be safe out there.
Alright, it looks like we're going to be going to a newer area. One that we haven't explored yet. A little bit here. The Togruta race that I'm able to play with is a premium. I had to spend cartel coins, which are the premium currency in the game, in order to have access to him. There are two species, the Togrutas and the Nautolans, that are both premium only. The rest of them you can unlock actually by completing story quests. So I think she's either part of it or is part of a different quest line.
Master Orgus's new apprentice. Wow. Everyone says you're great with a vibroblade. I'm Thea. Padawan Thea. Still have to get used to having a title. I've just started learning about the Force. I've got a long way to go before I'm as good as you.
Let's be nice to her.
Concentrate on your training and you'll do fine.
Hard to concentrate when you're always pinching yourself to check if this is a dream. I still can't believe I'm here. Just last week, I was crowing a garbage scow on Raxus Prime. Then this scary-looking Jedi shows up out of nowhere and says that he can sense the Force in me. What are the odds?
Jedi aren't normally known for their intimidating appearance.
Keldor just looks so dangerous. I'd never seen anything like him before. Not that I have a problem with aliens. Say, do you know Master Tython? He's the one who discovered me. I'm trying to get a message to him. Master Tython is studying a big mystery in Kaleth's ruins. Something about ancient droids attacking people? If you're headed to the ruins, would you give him this holo recording from me? I'd be so grateful.
Allow me to do this.
Terrific. I can see why everybody here is so impressed with you. Here's the holo recording. Master Tython has a small camp outside the ruins of Kaleth. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, so she may seem a little old to have just started her Padawan training, but as far as with Legends, the old expanded universe, which is where the Old Republic takes place, in ancient times, and thousands of years before the movies, Jedi could actually start their training really kind of late in their life if they were discovered, and had the potential. Um, and actually, some of the greatest Jedi of the old Jedi Order uh, were found later in life. Characters like Nomi Sunrider, who was really important to the Great Sith War, which takes place after a couple hundred years after this. Um, so it wasn't always that the Jedi only took younglings. Um, in old times they would take adults in for training. There's probably nothing doing with these guys, but they're just kind of in the way. Got some Flesh Raiders up here still. I see you back here. Again, probably no reason to fight these guys, but why not? Every once in a while they might drop something useful. So that's gonna be no better than what I've got on. These... It says they're better, but all they are is armor. They don't do anything for any of my additional stats. And I don't even... Yeah. So I can wear them, because I can wear anything up to heavy, but they're not really that great. Not compared to what I've got. What I've got is actually better because it boosts the other stats and skills that I have. Okay, I probably could have taken... Looks like I could have taken a taxi up into this area. That's okay.
Report your ailments.
Give me an opportunity to get some stuff that I can sell.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a taxi here. Okay. So here is Jedi Tython. He is a Keldor, like Master Plo Koon. If you don't know, their home planet of Doran has a helium-rich atmosphere, so they're adapted to breathe helium. And if they are outside of a helium environment, they'll suffocate, just like, and they can't breathe, just like we wouldn't be able to breathe on their planet. So that's why when you see Keldor, they always have the face mask and goggles, because their eyes are also very susceptible outside of their atmosphere as well.
Someone asked me to deliver a message.
Angkwas nimna matasungri chobod I kafu anchawa choptingwam pala hagwa doi biska.
Who knows why humans do anything?
Ja koga hutapawada o bambaula. Woi grani tampio dume doki. Cha kulkadu maji tahus hagwa upa. Crispa doe kankin kunke gupa do bataji moi atima.
So yeah, there were well before this, Tython was, like I said, the original origin planet of the Jedi Order, and the Jedi actually ended up leaving Tython and expanding out across the rest of the galaxy. And Tython was kind of forgotten for a while. Nobody really, like, there was a small population that still lived in the system, but there weren't really any Jedi that were, in all honesty. It was only recent to the events of this game that they came back.
What happened to the rest of the droid's parts?
Noi kuchusu yo mata chi pompota. Ki mada tamta chi ruli ya? Noe ayuya tiacha wopa. Tinkatwana che mai chuba. Achuna kwabo nuta dubita.
What kind of damage can these droids do to people?
Ja koga hutapawada o bambaula. Ki fa gutai oto India. Ji wom tahumpa mulira wata wompa. Ji wom tahumpa mulira wata wompa. Kyoto pa bubanda bakawanki. Ne umpi bedwana ni bobo chopa uma. Ne umpi bedwana ni bobo chopa uma. Dwarawanki wabdaya tukaloka. Kili watabunki donko patoga loda.
Okay, so he's going to need assistance in reprogramming some of the droids.
I'll get those samplings for you in no time, Master Talin.
Iliska chanaga bumpa komchinka. Wonka tuske uwana wa. Zuza neko higa da noila. To chananga e ma chai.
Yunaliska chananga wachi kospa ini kontinka.
Alright, so no rewards really outside of the experience points. The credit rewards down here at lower levels are kind of infinitesimally small. They get better, and then there are certain things that happen later on, you know, that you'll also get more credit rewards as well. Yeah, like the little joke there, or not really joke, but like the little exchange that they had, because they're both, you know, my character and Jedi Talin are both non-human. They kind of have that little exchange back and forth about, you know, who knows why humans do anything. Humans are still, even at this time, humans are the most populous race or most popular species in the entire galaxy. All of the different types of humans. But even back then, they had a reputation for being kind of violent. So I need to look for Tythonian Seekers, which are these guys. Nice that they seem to be in groups of 3. Oh, did that not? No. Okay. So that guy disappeared before I could scan him. Okay, so that's where my quest is going to take me. My class quest. Planets tend to have not only your class quest, but a planetary storyline that you know you can choose to complete. The planet story is the same for every character class. One of the things that I always thought was great about this game is that there are there are 8 different playable character classes, 4 on each side, Republic and Sith Empire, and you know you go to the same planets, you fight some of the same kind of creatures. But the overall story, like each character class has its own storyline. Like you do different main things on each planet. you'll do some of the same things if you want to do the planetary missions, but it's completely different if for every character class. And what's also nice too is there are two different options for each. So you got the main class and then there's the subclass. Like the Jedi, you could have the Guardian or the I can't remember what the other one's called right now. It's the one that uses two lightsabers.
Sa kulkadu maji tahus hagwa upa.
Let's see what he's got.
Oi grani tampio dume doki. Wata botenya nucha nubota. Kitita nimni tanuv. Kapola kupi de opera. Anquas nimna matasungri. Wonka tuske uwana wa. Zuzaneko higa da noila. Tocha nanga e ma chai.
Okay, so Tython, during the basically after the dissolution of the Rakatan Infinite Empire, again, this is getting pretty heavy into lore. There were some the Force users that lived on the planet Tython used both what eventually became the light side and the dark side of the Force together. They tried to maintain themselves in balance, and if they found themselves outside of balance, if the rest of the order of basically knowledge seekers at that point found a person to be outside of balance, they would be sent to one of Tython's moons, Ashla or Bogan. Ashla was if you were too steeped. I think if you were too steeped in the dark side, you were sent to Ashla, which was the moon that represented the light. And if you were the other way, I think you were sent to Bogan. I could be wrong, but each of the two moons represented, were strong in one aspect of the Force over the other. And then it was slowly over time, the Jedi, the ancient Jedi Order, started to drift more away from actually trying to maintain balance, and members tended to pick a side as to which one they favored, and that led, of course, to some of the earliest struggles between what eventually became known as Lightsiders versus Darksiders, and those were the Force Wars.
I've never heard of these Force Wars.
Chobod yi kafu anchawa. Chopting wampala hagwa doe biska. Grula waska kwa bobana. Chichawa una chichitua. Vifa karibu utachuba naganga. Crispa doe kanki kunke gupa. Do bataji moi atima.
So what do you see happening next?
Hikai ianakuzu. Mana natu pachunki. Gokola ko panate yakna. Punyo blasto wonkiti autokonshi. Tasu yali koira to ekapa kyotopa.
Alright, and I get some boots, which are much better. Again, I lose a little bit of mastery and endurance, but I also gain accuracy and power, which is also a good gain for me. So let's go ahead and equip those. Even though they're the same armor rating, or not armor rating, the same level rating, that rating 18, the apprentice pummelers are actually designed for the class, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing most of the side quests, is to fill out the gear list that I have.
And suggested products.
So we can sell that, those, and again, junk just gets sold automatically. You could click here to sell all the junk all at once.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Excuse me, had a cough. Alright, so let's see, what else can I do down here? So the Chamber of Speech is recommended for level 8. I have just now hit level 8, but this is a heroic area. To solo a heroic area, you can do it when you're kind of a little under leveled, but going from my own experience, doing something like this without a companion, without a follower to help heal you while you fight, is a recipe for disaster. Like, I would probably die rather quickly. So I'm gonna wait until I get my first companion. You get your first companion before you leave your starter planet. And I think in my case, I will be assigned the droid that I rescued, that droid T7. So let's go ahead and... Oh, there's a bonus quest up here, a secondary quest up here. What do we got? Oh, it looks like somebody... Oh, no. Oh, well that's a... So I found a Flesh Raider baby. I guess that was its parent. And now I need meat from these, and of course they're all strong creatures, so they're going to take a little bit to go down. And of course dodge. Go figure. That was almost done. So that took it down. When a creature or when an enemy gives this gold beacon here, kinda, when they drop, that means they dropped something that's either super critical or actually necessary for the quest that you're on. And here I need the Guide meat. I don't know how you would say that. Good. I don't know. Let's break his armor. Are there more of them down? Okay, there are more down this way. I don't need to... Yeah, here we go. 2 more. So I left the baby on the ground. I mean, there we are. Okay, that reminds me of what I was going for earlier. The 2 different types of Jedi Knights. You have the Guardians and the Sentinels. The Sentinels use 2 lightsabers to fight. He was also feeding the baby. That sounds so gross. Alright, well, before I come do anything else, let me go turn this baby in. And I'm kind of backtracking a little bit here, but... Hello, Master Gib. I have something snarly for you.
A Flesh Raider, baby. You did the right thing. Leave him with me. I'll convene the council to decide how to handle this.
Alright, and I got some arm guards. Actually, some pretty decent arm guards. Now, unfortunately, I came all the way back to the Jedi Temple, so I have to go back to where I was. But It's okay, we can take the taxi. It'll shorten the trip a little bit.
Report derailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
You can get a personal speeder bike that looks like this one, but when you are driving it, there's like flaming, not really flaming, but like bright exhaust that comes out of the tailpipes there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead now and just focus on getting to the enemy forces quest. Continuing my personal class journey. We'll do that, and then that will be where I, once that's complete, that'll be where I end Farsear's video for today. If you hear clicks and the sound kind of drops out a little bit, it's really muggy where I live today, and it's triggering, like it's making me cough. The trees are pollinating like you wouldn't believe. Excuse me, sorry about that. Nope, those are still actually slightly worse than what I'm wearing. They're closer to being an improvement, but not really. I love that force lead. I was like when I played Knights of the Old when I used to play Knights of the Old Republic, I always picked the starter class that once you learned your Jedi training, it allowed you to do this force lead to start combat. I always just thought it was a really cool way to start a fight. And the corresponding class on the Sith Empire side also does it.
Did you just call me Jedi?
Ooh, looks like he's got the Force. Oh, well, they all went down real easy. Oh, hey. You guys could have helped, but that's fine.
Master Orgus sent us. We came as quickly as we could.
One of the Flesh Raiders I just fought called me Jedi. He could use the Force.
That's troubling. If the Flesh Raiders are learning the ways of the Force, it won't be on the side of light.
You sure made short work of this bunch. You ever leave survivors?
I didn't come here hoping to kill someone.
Hey, I didn't mean anything. Mouth gets ahead of my brains.
This flash raider carried a holocron, a repository of knowledge created by a Force user. Thousands of years old from the looks of it. Master Orgus was right. These natives are more advanced than we realized. They're learning how to fight us.
Master Orgus thinks he knows who's behind it.
I gathered as much, but he had no time to explain before sending us here. I wish we could stay, see this through, but Master Satil has ordered us to Coruscant on a special mission.
All those bad feelings the Council's been having? She thinks the Republic capital is the source.
I'm sorry to have to leave you, but the danger is past. These surveillance monitors will keep watch on Kaleth, place them around the ruins. The temple can then monitor any future incursions by our enemies.
Maybe we'll get lucky, find their leader.
May the Force be with you, Padawan.
Alright. So now I just gotta go back and pop these sensor beacons in place. Okay, looks like I have to fight my way out. I'm not gonna. Sometimes I'll stick around and see what they drop. Sometimes, especially if I'm just trying to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible, I won't. You'll see me do that a lot if when I get to the point where I can run flashpoints with this guy. I'll bypass a lot of the drop loot. I shouldn't, because it's mainly just credits at that point. But after a certain point, you get so flush with cash that you don't like. I mean, yes, there's uses for the credits, but there's really, like, it's not like super important to have, you know, billions and billions of credits in this game. Where am I putting this? On this side, I think. Okay, yeah, it's up there. I just wasn't seeing what I needed to drop the, or what I needed to click on to drop the sensors in place. Oop, sorry about that. Camera controls are a lot of the times well, there's two ways. Left click just pans the camera around. Right click is what moves you, and my finger caught the right mouse button as I was moving the mouse, so it just shoved, or dragged me entirely in a different direction. And then a last sensor. Over here somewhere. I also, a lot of the times, like, if I don't have to fight, a lot of the times I will bypass certain enemies. If I can stay out of combat range, I'll go ahead and just bypass fighting. You don't need to fight everything. Okay, and this should be Master Orgus.
I'm here, Master. What is it?
I'm on my way back to the Twi'lek settlement. Meet me there as soon as you can.
I'm already on my way.
Find me at the matriarch's compound. Orgus out.
Alright. So we can go ahead and actually fast travel all the way up to Calicori Village. mail that I have to go through. I have rewards dating back until like the second anniversary of this game that pop for every new character I start. Because I was a subscriber way back then, and I'm a resubscriber now, so I get all of the old rewards as well. So okay, I'm about to go talk to Master Orgus. See what's going on here.
Master Kiwich told me what you found in Caleth. A flesh raider who used the Force. She thought he was learning things from an old holocron. I wish that were true. The man who attacked you when you first arrived, his lightsaber had a familiar aspect. This droid's whole recording confirmed my suspicions. The hooded figure in that recording is named Bengo Moore. He was my Padawan, but he never completed his training. Bengal was in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant when the Sith destroyed it.
He waited a long time to reveal himself.
Still don't understand why he just disappeared. Doesn't make sense. Bengal was strong in the Force, and the most gentle being I've ever known. For him to turn against the Jedi, he has to be stopped.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. Our people's matriarch, my mother, is dying.
You should be at her side.
You're kind, but my mother wants me here. My scouts have identified a Flesh Raider command base in the mountains. It's protected by an energy shield. The shield's power generator is hidden on a different mountain, in a well-guarded cave network.
That command base is probably coordinating all the attacks in the region. I need to get inside there. You up for knocking out the power generator?
A little bit of a graphical glitch here.
When have I ever let you down?
First time for everything. Not that I'm worried. See if you can give the droid an opening to gather more intelligence. That energy shield is your top priority. Knock it out fast as you can.
Right. Oh, so these are another piece of gear that just improve your stats all around. And I got a credit box. Okay, those are the ones that look like they're better, but not quite better. So I'm gonna go ahead and go out and take care of some of the some selling and stuff.
Best post exchange around. You need it, we got it.
Sell that. And I am going to actually hold off here from going any further. We will, next time I come in, we will be facing down the enemy lines, or facing down the enemy, infiltrating a cave network to shut down energy shields. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave off for Farsear today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like button, or hit the like button, or leave a like button. Leave a like, hit the like button. And I will talk to everybody later. So yeah, see you later, guys.